I know I've mentioned this before, but I'm going to mention it again in this video just in case anybody here is new and they have not seen my videos before. I like to study on my bed rather than the desk in my room because my computer is just full of video games and that is very distracting to me. And I have never been the type of person to like actually sit at a desk and do work. Like that's just not my thing. So I am the most productive when I am sitting on my bed with my MacBook. It really is not the most aesthetic setup, but I have my MacBook right here. I like to take physical notes because typing on a computer to write notes is just not my thing, so physical notes all the way. And I also have my planner to help me stay on track for what I need to do today. And of course, I have my coffee for motivation. Today, I am working on my RBT certificate, and if you're not familiar with that, it's basically just a 40-hour training course in order for somebody to become a autism aid. That's the best way I can describe it, but it's not just for autism as far as I know. It's for any type of behavior analysis. So yeah, it's something I've been very interested in doing and I'm really excited to start working on it now. I think today what I want to get done is gonna take around like 6-ish hours, so I'm gonna try to separate these into 2-hour sets so I can be the most productive here. That being said, let's get started. I just finished my study sesh for the morning/afternoon and I am super hungry. I just finished a unit that was talking about reinforcement and how like if you're hungry, you're gonna go eat. And it was just talking about all these food examples and the whole time I'm like studying, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so hungry. So I am gonna go get lunch. I'm craving a Chipotle burrito, so I think that's what I'm gonna do because why not? And I'm gonna try to give myself the motivation. That was the other thing I was learning about. So yeah, I'm gonna go get some lunch.
Operations, right? We really spent a lot of time understanding that stuff, right? But we kind of left off the whole up. And because that verbal stimulus doesn't match our response, take a second, pause the video, and we'll come back.
Tact.
And so in this case, because we have those different variables, the best example here would be tact. This is an example of labeling.
I realize if you're watching this and you're not in my field of study or like you're not familiar with RBT work, everything that I'm writing down kind of looks silly. Like it probably looks like it's like my first day on earth and I'm just like, ooh, I'm now learning what that word means. But like I'm trying to take the notes because like I know later down the line, when I'm studying these terms further, they're gonna get more complicated. So don't judge me yet. Don't judge me yet. I have one last part to do today, and then later tonight I am going to make a review and do my quiz. So as you can see, based on the lighting, it's getting a little late. The sun is starting to go down, but I actually feel so productive today. I feel like I got so much work done. I pretty much got everything done that I wanted to today. I was a bit worried that this unit would be heftier than I imagined, but that was pretty easy, and I'm really glad that I got through that. I guess in general terms of like how much time I actually did study and how much time I was just kind of like writing notes, I think altogether that whole routine took me like 5 hours, 5.5 hours, and then like another half hour if you're adding into the fact that I like paused the video a few times to take written notes. So I'm doing pretty good for my certificate so far, which I'm really happy about. I'm feeling really prepared to start the next few units. I feel like I have a good idea of what's going on, what this job is going to look like, basically like everything that I'm going to come across during this job. So, and I feel pretty comfortable with it. Like, obviously there's like this feeling of like, oh, like, will I actually perform well, like when I'm actually in the environment for this job? And you know, like that comes with like actual practical experience. So I'm just glad that I get the time now to kind of prepare myself, because I was just talking about it in one of my videos. Like, I am such an anxious person, so it's kind of like stress relieving to do this studying process. I've always enjoyed studying, and even though this isn't like the normal stuff that I'd be doing in college, it feels really similar to the content that I was learning about. So this feels like a source of comfort, even though it's work that needs to be done. Technically it's training, but I think you get the idea. I also just love that my space by my bedside table is just so cute and cozy. Like, I think that definitely helps the studying vibe that I want to achieve. Like I said, even though I do this on my bed, I know it's not the ideal version of how you should be studying, but it works so well for me. I'm just not the type of person that studies well at a desk. I like need to fidget around, change my body around. Anyways, I am gonna take a nice long break from that because my hand is starting to hurt. I know the written notes also aren't the most ideal, but they work best for me, and I feel most productive when I do them. But for now, I'm gonna watch a show that I always like to watch, eat some dinner in a bit, take a shower, unwind, maybe talk to some friends, and then I will get back to you guys and let you know how the review session went.